Awesome, I'm streaming live. So as I finish printing up this document, this PDF, this is what I was actually gonna make a blog post about, and I probably still will make a video stream about it. But this process is, I got music streaming. Let me push pause on that. So this process is called my getting things done workflow process. It's going to be a downloadable PDF on my blog, just because so many people really like the way that I process our tasks in our digital marketing agency and in our e-commerce store. And it's a really good framework so that you don't get lost in what the heck am I supposed to do today. You know, if you have a thought or an idea, you don't want to drop a project that you're right in the middle of working in. You want to put it someplace so that you remember it and that you can revisit when the time is right. In other words, prioritizing and getting things done the correct way. I really like this YouTube Live. Hopefully I'll do more of these. So let me just kind of go through this at a high level, and then I'll do another follow-up blog post. I don't know if you can read this or not. Hopefully you can. But we use just a couple tools here to get this done. Evernote is one of the main things. This is Redbooth, and this is Wunderlist. Wunderlist is a fantastic app that you can use on your phone. It also has a desktop app and a website. They all have iPhone apps, Android apps. They all have desktop apps, and they all have website apps as well. So let's start with the top. So let's say you have an idea of something you need to do. I need to drink my smoothie today after my gym. I don't want to forget, or I want to look up a new smoothie recipe online. Well, you can't really stop a job or responding to an email just to look up a smoothie recipe online, for example. So you just drop it into your Evernote, and it goes into your inbox. And then at a later date, when you're processing your inbox in your Evernote right here, you decide if it's going to take less than 2 minutes, you knock it out here. If it's a work task, you throw it into your Redbooth, which is the same as Basecamp or Asana or Trello. There's a million of these tools out there. If it's a personal item, you throw it into your Wunderlist, which you share with your wife or your husband, your family members. And the same rules apply. You throw it into the inbox and next time when you have the time to process your inbox and everything that you're supposed to be doing, you decide if it's actionable. If it's actionable and takes less than 5 or 2 minutes, you do it. If it's someone else can do it for you, you delegate it. Or my favorite one of all, you delete that sucker. Because so many times, I know this happens to you. I mean, it happens to everybody. So many times you think something is so important today, but if you let it sit for 24 or 48 or 72 hours, at that later time, it either resolves itself or it's just not important anymore. Now, how cool is that? Because now, rather than stopping down what you're working on at the present time because you have a thought in your head, you just save that thought for a later date. You let it process on its own for a little while, and then coming back when you're actually going through your entire inbox, which I'll explain thoroughly later, you decide if it's even worth doing. It's a real time saver that I found, and the more time goes on, the more brutal I'm getting with deleting. Just deleting, omitting things out of your life, because focusing on those really, really key important things is really what we're trying to do here, you know? Maybe one day, I mean, I'm getting all kinds of ideas in my head. Maybe one day I'll even share, you know, how I focus on getting my goals completed. I'm really good at accomplishing my quarterly and my annual goals, and I've got a process for that as well. But it all stems out of this document right here. So at some point, hopefully in the next few days, I'm going to create a more in-depth blog post, not just a live stream. This is really just a test for me to see how the YouTube live works, and I thought I'd put a little content out there and wet the whistle of anyone who's interested in that. All right, see ya.